Ben Bernanke is a cryptographer, and he creates a complex language that is hard to see through. There is this smoke and mirrors fog going on, and I'm going to be reading just a little bit of his speech. Deflation is in almost all cases a side effect of a collapse of aggregate demand. Now, aggregate demand, that means the aggregate is everybody. That's like the entire nation or the entire world. Demand is the stuff that we want to buy. So basically, he's saying that deflation is because people don't want to buy stuff. And this gives you a glimpse into the mind of Keynesians. Keynesians believe that the economy is this machine with gears in it, and you put an input here and there's an output there that's equal and opposite, and that you can describe this thing with a formula, and it's always going to react the same to your inputs. But if deflation is because people stop buying stuff, what caused them to buy stuff? Something came before that. The collapse of aggregate demand is a reaction. It's not the cause of deflation. The cause of deflation is either people getting scared because something happened, like a stock market bubble popped, or there was terrorism like 9/11, and they stop buying. They don't take their friends out to dinner, and they don't buy a new SUV. Instead, they sit at home and they eat rice and beans. And it could be because of fear, or it could be that they're just up to their eyeballs in debt, and that they can't afford to buy any new stuff because they're paying off the old stuff. So this is Ben Bernanke, the nerd, and this is Cool Ben, the guy that is going to level with you and tell it to you straight. And so all you have to do is read the words that are in red and skip everything else. US dollars have value only to the extent they are strictly limited in supply, but the US government has a printing press that allows it to produce as many dollars as it wishes. By increasing the number of US dollars in circulation, the US government can also reduce the value of a dollar. A determined government can always generate inflation. So that's what he said in that big long speech, which was only about 1% of the entire speech. But what Keynesians don't seem to understand is that it's emotion that runs the economy in the short term. The bubbles that happen, the bumps and dips along the road in the economy, are all from people's fear and elation. If they're feeling good, they take their friends out to dinner and so on. If they're not, if they're afraid because of it could be a natural disaster, it could, terrorism, war. There's a whole list of reasons that people suddenly become afraid. Lately, it's been bubbles that pop, and all those bubbles were created by these Keynesian economists.